Start the recording. Look at these numbers. Jackie's at 10, Leslie's at 14. I'm sitting at 6, but it's Success Club, so I'll take it. I realized that since the retreat, I've focused all my time, not all my time, but more of my time on building systems and like really creating a flow. And I have to keep reminding myself that that's a good thing and it's okay, because that's where so much of my extra energy is going. So it's all good. There are months like that, but there are also many months where you crush it like these ladies are. And I love it. All right, I'm not going to wait around because I think this is going to be it. All right, so I did the Success Club points. It is our team call for Monday, June 22nd. I had to cheat and look at my calendar because I forgot. Big night because it is Salted Caramel Eve, and I don't know about you, but people are hot and heavy about it. So check those messages, check those stories, go back to when you've shared about it and message all those people. Links tomorrow. Just do it. Who the hell cares? Get it in their hands as fast as you can, any way that you can. If they can create, woohoo, to share cards out. Thank you, Steph. I love it. I just saw that pop in. But just do what you can to get that in people's hands and to let them get a part of that exclusive limited edition flavor kind of flow that we have, because those are super popular with people. I already have someone just message me asking me how hard it'll be to get a box. I'm like, very difficult. So I will send it to you ASAP and do not sit on it. And then to ask me if it'll be a recurring flavor. And I said, only in the summertime, so stock up. So, you know, use that as a push to get you what you can out of that. It's okay once in a while, not to necessarily be salesy, but to lead with more honesty. We saw that first round of pumpkin spice go out the door in a couple hours. So we don't want that to be the case. All right, next thing, summer sale is one more week to go, $20 off. So make sure you are promoting that and weaving that into anything and everything. So if you get salted caramel interest, you know, tell them they could get another flavor of Shakeology for a full 30 servings and a year of Beachbody On Demand. I was listening to Autumn Calabrese's Let's Do Life podcast today, and she was sharing that there are over 1,300 workouts on Beachbody On Demand right now, 1,300. So think about that in what is that? If I could do math, 4 years, you could do a different workout every day for 4 years, right? Around there, and not have duplicated a workout. That's amazing. And that's definitely a statistic I'm going to be sharing. So keeping that in mind, I mean, we don't know what the world's going to continue to look like, and I don't want to scare people at all, but I think they've realized the benefit of having something in their back pocket, even if their gyms are opening up again, just so that you have something and aren't, you know, losing your brains. Next thing, we know that MBF is coming out. Thank you, Leslie, for sharing all the information about it. It's crazy to think that they're going to add that first month of Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B Mindset. And I'm hoping that becomes a trend, and that's just what they're going to do to really get that in people's hands, because nutrition really is such a crucial piece of what we do. And it's a difficult add-on for people, but if they get that value, they're more likely to retain it if it's used wisely and if we continue to educate them on that. If you aren't familiar with one of them, this would be a great opportunity for you to dive in. So if you've been an Ultimate Portion Fix person, use MBF as your chance to really get to know 2B Mindset or vice versa, so that you are versed in both nutrition programs, so that you do not have a customer left out in the open. They should know that they can ask you questions about either program, because really they are very different. And I remember, I think I've shared this on a team call before. Carl Deichler shared this at a Philly Super Sunday when they were coming out with Ultimate Portion Fix less than a year after 2B Mindset. And people were like, why are you doing this? Why do you need this when you have 2B Mindset and you already have the containers with individual programs? And he said, some people just need to be contained. And I really liked that. For some people, that's super limiting, or it's super triggering, or it's whatever it is for some people. And 2B mindset truly works because it's visual on the plating and all of the details within her categories of food and her fun little rules and her little quips of water first and veggies most, and all of that is so cute and good and purposeful and helpful. But there are some people that really need to be contained. They have goals and they know how to reach them because they put their food in these containers and they hit those goals. Or for someone like me who knows this is the end, like water first, okay, no problem. Veggies most, okay, no problem. Dinner and done, that's usually a problem. But if I've hit my containers, dinner and done is much easier. So I need that visual of those containers. Some people are 2B mindset people. So just get to know the other one. Make MBF your goal to really familiarize yourself with the alternate nutrition program, or to refamiliarize yourself with one that you've walked away from or aren't as up to snuff with. Okay, I think that's it for all of my fun little announcements. We have yet to uncover where the National Wake Up Call went, so if we find that, someone let us know. But I wanted to ask you guys, and I know there's not as many people on, or well, we never know how many people there are, so this is a good number. But I wanted you, for now, just to type in an answer. There will be a time later I will ask for unmuting if you're so inclined. You don't have to. But I just want you, without filter and without looking at what anybody else types, I want you to type at least one thing you don't know how to do, information you don't know to find, a struggle you're having. And I'm talking about business related. If you don't know how to baste a turkey, I don't know why that was the first thing that came to my mind. Don't type it. I don't really care right now about that kind of stuff. But coaching wise, if there's something you don't know or feel very unfamiliar with, or like, I don't even know what that word means, just type it right now in the chat. No filters, no embarrassments. No looking at what other people are typing and like, I'm not going to type that because Jackie already typed it, but whatever. I'm going to do the exact same. Yes. Or just streak. It's fine too, Leslie, whichever you would like to do. So we see Flow Desk, recruiting coaches consistently. I'm going to add that on there because I don't know how to do that yet. I can't. Oh, I should learn how to spell because I can't. I don't know if that's spelled correctly. I can't even see what I'm doing. All right, cool. Today I was listening to one of Melanie's podcasts. I think it was in Women Inspiring Women, not Chic Influencer, but I'm not positive. But anyway, it was very recent, but it spoke to me because she was talking about this idea of not necessarily being a beginner, but remembering that you're always a beginner in different aspects. But one thing that we have to realize is that when you are the leader, she said this, if you want to be a leader, you have to go first and you have to be willing to learn. So we are going to continuously be a beginner. And I'm going to reference the Bonnie Engel quote that I've referenced probably on 1,700 team calls or videos before, when she said she started sharing about coaching the day after she became a coach because she knew she already knew more than she did when she wasn't a coach. And that's the only way you can lead, is if you just go first. You make the moves, you do the thing, you learn what you need to learn, and you act as you need to act. And she said she really had to remember the idea that, like what Eric Worre would say, to fire your upline. Now, I don't want you guys to do that because for many of you on this call, I'm your upline and I will have no job. So don't fire me completely, but don't rely on your upline when you have the ability to learn or do or act. And I'm preaching to the choir, you guys wouldn't be on the call, but there has to be a moment or an aspect of business where each of us is still holding back and we're not finding the information, or we're not taking that step, or we're not doing that thing. I know it exists for me, and no offense to any of you who are fabulous, I know it exists for you because we're all human and imperfect, and we're growing and learning as we go. So she had 3 very simple tips. Excuse me, now I'm moving to a different podcast. I'm moving to Keisha Embry's podcast. Keisha then had 3 very simple tips for how to get things done or learn things that you do not know how to do. And it was perfect sandwich to listen to Melanie and then listen to her speak, because they've both had amazing success with this business and they come from it from many different ways. But what Keisha said was a nice follow-up to Melanie's point. If you want to be the leader, you have to go first. And here are Keisha's 3 tips. You ready? They're very simple. Number 1, ID the first step to figuring out that thing or making it happen. ID the first step for figuring out that thing and making it happen. So I want you guys to look back at one of the things you typed, and I want you to now type what would be a first step to learning about that thing or making it happen. So one of the things that you typed, whether it was recruiting coaches, Flow Desk, Google Street, recruiting, keeping challengers engaged, what's the first step you could take? Could you listen to a podcast? Could you have a one-on-one call with your upline? Could you look for a YouTube training? Could you Google something? Let's see, watch a Flowdesk video about workflows. I like it, Jackie. Perfect. Anybody else come up with their first tip yet? Your first step? Look on Champions page, 411. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, the second step that Keisha recommends, do that thing. The thing you just typed, the thing you just identified, you're going to do it. You're going to make it happen. You're going to jump on in and you're going to make that task work for you. You are going to Google that training. You're going to put it in your calendar perhaps right now to do it tomorrow. She said that within 24 hours of identifying that step, you need to take action on it or you never will. Okay, so within 24 hours, whatever that step was, you're going to take action on it. And the third step in this 3-step process, number 1, identify that first step. Number 2, take action on it within 24 hours. Number 3, tweak and repeat as necessary. Tweak and repeat as necessary. That didn't work for me. I didn't like that Flowdesk training. Then I'm going to Google another one. That didn't work for me. I didn't like that Flowdesk training. I'm going to contact Leslie who uses it and I'm going to ask her her tips. Tweak number 4, I'm going to create my own workflow and let it go for a month and see how it works. And I'm going to keep doing this for the next thing I don't know how to do, and the next thing I don't know how to do, and the next thing I don't know how to do. Wash, rinse, repeat, she kept saying. So number 1, identify the step. Number 2, take action within 24 hours. Number 3, tweak or repeat forever until eternity, until you've mastered all the things that are to master. So basically never, okay? Just keep repeating and doing this for everything. It's simple, it's basic, but I think we have to remember that once in a while. I can keep adding things to my list that I want to learn and master and do, but I need to start chipping away at them one at a time. So pick one thing, master it by finding that first step and taking that action, and continue until it feels like the thing for you. And I'm going to share my screen because I want to show you guys 2 different documents that relate to this in a somewhat niched down space and in a more broad space. So I talked about this a little bit last time. Let me go, which one's, oh, go away. Nope, I want this one. Okay, so this is my, one of my organizational systems that I'm trying to create. I really want us to have a flow within our team page as well. And I know that we are a team page of team pages. I know that we have things that we're trying to create and do with our own people. I know that we have our own downline that we're trying to build and foster. So until you feel like you have it mastered over there, I would love for this to be a space, or just forever, a collective space for us to have resources. So just like we can say, hey, Brittany, go to, you know, Beachbody Champions, there's a unit that can handle this. I'm hoping that one day we have enough information that we can be that resource. As you all branch off and build your massive teams, you know that there's some good solid info that you've helped cultivate, that I've helped cultivate here in the meantime. So Teresa actually and I brainstormed a list the other day, just texting back and forth, of some things that feel necessary, that feel important business-wise. And I just started to put them into this list. And I made an example of what this can look like for us as a team. And after the call, I'm going to share this in Tribe, so you don't have access to this just yet. But I made a list of the basics, the things that people feel like they should know about. Flowdesk happens to be on there, Instagram growth, et cetera, et cetera. And if you feel like you are a pro in one of these areas and you could train on it, this is a great opportunity for you to A, become a leader, B, practice those video speaking skills, and C, create some content that can be used by all of us and yourself in the future. So if you find like you are really rocking it in the organizing your business time management department, You would write your name right here. And then you're going to tell us what that training looks like once you've posted it. Is it a PDF? Did you go live? Did you share a Google training that you watched or YouTube training that was awesome and you just wanted to share this is the best resource? Whatever it is, so that we know how to find it in the future. And then when you've done all of that, just highlight it so we know that that list is taken care of or that item is taken care of. Don't delete it because we want to see all the topics we've talked about. We want to see all the ways that we've helped each other. As you go, if you find a topic on here, okay, Trello, I'm really curious about this, but no one seems to know about it. I really want to know about it. I really want to know about it. I'm getting impatient. I'm going to add my name. I'm going to do some digging. I'm going to do some research, and I'm going to report back. So I'm not just going to wait around for other people to fill in these missing pieces. We can't all be experts at everything, but I'm going to try to become an expert so that I can come and teach the team as best as I can. And that goes for you guys as well. So if there's a topic on here you're really, really curious about and you can't wait anymore for someone else to put their name on it, you grab it, learn about it, and share back to us whenever you're ready. There's no timeline here. Also, if there's topics that you feel necessary, so we had on here recruiting coaches, right? Recruiting coaches consistently. I'm going to add that. So if someone feels like they're really good at it, they might want to take that training and they might want to add it and whenever. This is ongoing, as I've heard other bloggers, bloggers and podcasters say, like, this is evergreen. It's forever. We're just going to continue recycling this list and continuing to build on it. Hopefully, at least that's my intention, so that we have a resource and we know where to find it. In fact, if we ever wanted to link directly to, I just thought of this, want to link directly to those trainings, that might not be a terrible idea either. So we can link right to that PDF or right to that live video in Tribe or whatever it is. Maybe that could be fun. Now I'm thinking again. But anyway, just a way for this to be usable, workable, etc. You do not have to do this. You do not have to ever put your name on it. You don't ever have to reference it. But for me, I just want to have an idea. And this is also going to help me with team calls. So if I see a topic that someone's added and no one seems to be training on it, I can pull that and share it in a team call. So I know what kind of stuff you guys are looking into or in a live video or whatever. So it's not going to be me posting this and now having you do the job of running the team page. It's going to be me posting this and having a way for me to also educate you guys in a purposeful way and not being redundant or boring or whatever. So that's that. Any questions? If you chatted them, I can't see them just yet. I will look at them after I can stop sharing my screen. Go away, list, go away. Now, the other thing I wanted to share, and this is more timely for Brittany and Stephanie, but I wanted everybody to see it and to know that it's here and anyone can jump in at any time. I went through a couple, mostly Holly Hillier, but a few other coach sneak peek kind of trainings. I know a few of you have sneak peeks going on. You don't need to worry about any of this unless you would like to participate or have anything to suggest or add or take away. But I just created a very basic outline of what our 3-day Coach Insider could look like based on the posts that seem to do well in other coaches' sneak peeks and what they say you should share or not share about, etc. I'm going to post this as well after the team call, and if you would like to jump in, you can jump in as either a fly on the wall just to see what coach sneak peeks could look like. If you want to jump in as a co-conspirator and you want to take a few posts, feel free. If you want to jump in and add people but not take any posts, feel free. It's all there, all options. I just put myself in a couple of them, ones that I'm interested in posting about. If it ends up being all me, it ends up being all me. I do not mind at all. That's what I'm here for. But I wanted to give anybody an opportunity to collaborate who would like to. And it kicks off on Thursday. The group is already open. I already have the intro post in there, a couple things. So I know that some of you have been adding people already, but if you'd like to be added or added in, that'll all be in there after the call. So I'm going to stop my share. Watch other coaches' videos. I like it. I'm just reading what I missed in the chat. Okay. So what I wanted to do now is open it up to you guys to share something that's working for you. It doesn't have to be massive. It doesn't have to be earth-shattering, or it can be the thing that's going to get us to be the top 5 in the network, whatever floats your boat, whatever you have that's good or golden or simple. If you have nothing to share, I don't believe you, but that's okay. You're free to not if you don't. But anything that's working or anything that you're proud of or just that you've done this week that was out of your comfort zone, this week as in like since the last team call, anything at all. But I'm going to stop and you can just unmute and share as you wish.
I will share about Flowdesk. I think Flowdesk is freaking amazing. That each week I feel like it helps me as I learn more about it. So I would definitely add my name to that training, and that would make me learn everything else that I need to learn about it. I think the biggest thing that I want to work on is my email sequences, like I don't even know what the wording is.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Is the workflow different than a sequence?
It's basically a workflow, but like I send out a weekly email to all my subscribers, and then I send out emails to people are screaming. I send out emails to people that are active. I also have forms set up that I then connected to my website, which I had somebody local help me just put that together with, is it GoDaddy? GoDaddy.
Yeah.
So I just set that up simply. That was like a big step I took, and I have free workouts on there. I mean, we have those free workouts, and that's connected to my Flowdesk, and I get a notification when I have a new subscriber that tried the free workout. So then whoever does that, I then send an email sequence to, checking in on how they liked those workouts and seeing what, and adding them to the next steps and whatnot. So it really is a big help to just keep people engaged and knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
And you can see who's looking and who's clicking, like each individual person.
I love that.
See exactly who is engaging. So maybe focus on those people more.
Right.
When someone opens your email 16 times, you're like, ooh.
Yeah. Hello. But you can see like how far they clicked into that email.
Right. I like it. MailChimp has those things, but I just can't optimize it. I just can't.
Flowdesk feels easy.
Yeah, this is not easy.
The time to learn it. Like there's a Facebook page where people talk about like the things they're doing, and it's like a different language to me. They're like, I have this for, and I'm like, I need to learn this. But when you're on the website, it's easy to use.
That's good.
Yeah.
So that'll be my goal, is to come up with a simple training on how to use Flowdesk, because it's so pretty, and it really, you can make it look like your brand, like you. It doesn't have to look like a coach or whoever else is using it. But it really is super easy.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Let there be light. I love it. Perfect. Awesome. And you can even split and I try to minimize my directions on there because I don't want to be, annoying, but like you can split things into multiple pieces, so if there's like Flowdesk basics, Flowdesk email sequences, Flowdesk, whatever, landing pages,
because
however
I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot to do all at once. So that's actually a great idea. If I just did the basics so that everybody can just have it, set it up. And then like the workflows are way more. Yeah.
And if you find trainings that do a better job than you would do, like it's best to teach things. That's how we really master them. But don't waste your time creating something.
If there's a better way.
Exactly. Thank you. I like it. Anyone else have anything to share? Jackie, there's no way nothing is working for you.
I would say my challenge group this month is really good. Like our Fit Club, the girls are just like, I feel like I finally have a community of like more than just 3 people like supporting each other, like seeing friendships form and girls checking in on each other and meeting up to work out and like knowing each other's stories. I think it's been really awesome. So I'm glad that my group is finally like that. And I think that's helping people like get results. And so I'm seeing a lot of like results and progress for people and people who've been like in the group, but not like really in the group for a while, like re-engaging. So that's what's
and this is a good, it's not like there's never a good time for that to happen, but this is a good time of year for that to happen, because this is when people start to forget about it for a while because they get busy and get summery and, go on vacations and stuff. So when they have that community, they know to come back to, or they want to come back to and be a part of it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Brittany, anything?
Really just starting to reach out to people and get them interested. It started out with like the Instagram, and they're like, I started the conversation and they responded back like, oh my God. And also it's so good to talk to you. So there's a lot of friends that I have that are having kids soon, and they're like, I'm definitely talking to you after the baby's born. I was like, just hope you get some energy.
That's Leslie. Leslie was after the baby was born.
Friendships from people I haven't talked to in so long. So that was kind of cool.
That's awesome. Very cool. I'm going to read what Leanne typed. I'm leaving in the chat because the last week of school is killing me. I get it. And still working right now. Oh, man. Most certainly still a newbie, but I found that the call we had with Kendra Hall about using storytelling is really helpful for engagement on Instagram. I also watched the wake up call with Joy Bowen from a few weeks ago that tapped into the same idea. So since I've started doing these things consistently, I see more engagement and reaches for my posts. I love it. Perfect. I did listen to a podcast today about storytelling. It may have been Melanie Mitchell again. But yeah, just this idea of and Brittany and I have already identified what her story is, and one day she'll share it. But just knowing your story, and there's always different stories. And the fact that you're working, but also on this team call, that's a story, Leanne, in case you weren't sure. So, just finding the little stories and all of the things. And you don't always have to write out a huge story. Sometimes you can write a quote, or Leslie's good at the one-liner caption because her photos are so beautiful. And it's, and it can't always be a novel, said the English teacher, but just having those stories to rely on. I love it. Perfect. All right, cool. I'm committed to wrapping these calls up by 9:30 every week. So look at us. I'm holding to my schedule. This is changing my life. Anyway, here's what I would like, because I don't want to beat my time here. Action item. I would truly like everybody to schedule in the next 24 hours, if they can't do it right now, because I don't think we can, to do that step 1 that you identified. So in the next 24 hours, you're going to complete step 1 of whatever you identified as being your struggle or weakness or whatever. You're going to do that, and you're going to comment back on the team post about the call. Deal? Deal. Well then, peace out, everybody. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating. And yeah, have a fabulous night. I'm going to end the call because I need to start doing that and not sitting here just staring at everyone for 100 years.